How do we really know that we create our own reality with our thoughts, feelings, and emotions? Is there science to back this up? Well, we're going to talk about this today. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Guys, welcome back. Good morning. I wanted to go quantum today. a little lesson on a little basis of science to back up what we're talking about. And really, how does science and spirituality connect? You know, where's the bridge, right? So if you remember in our last lesson and in previous lessons, we talked about cause and effect, that you can cause your own effects in life, right, with your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And we talked about the idea of law of reversibility and all that, and the idea of instant manifestations. Really cool stuff. So today, guys, we're going to go quantum. It's been talked about by scientists, by spiritual teachers. From now we know, right, and there's science to back this up, that everything is energy. And in fact, as we know, we're made of atoms, and those atoms are made of subatomic particles, electrons, neutrons, protons. And so at the very, and those subatomic particles are energy. So at the very core of everything, we are made of energy. Everything is energy, right? 99.99999% is energy, right, of an atom. And 0.0001% is the material stuff, right? That's physical, material stuff. So guys, why is it then, if we're mostly this, and I think Joe Dispenza talks about this too and others, but if we're mostly this, if we're mostly energy, why is it that most of our attention is focused on this 0.00001%? This is the question, right? This is what we get stuck on. We get stuck on that, on when we look around, all that we see is this material stuff, this dense, inert material stuff. But at its core, it's mostly energy. This is important because this is the basis of the whole idea that we create our own realities, right? Energy is matter, matter is energy. We know this now. There's science, right? There's a whole science to prove this now. Quantum physics, right? At the very subatomic level, quanta is energy. It's packets of energy is what we're made up, and we can influence that energy. So here's the idea. Here's what we've learned through quantum physics. Electrons exist as a wave or a probability, or a particle, depending on the thoughts, depending on your attention on it, depending on the observer. They call this the observer effect, or collapsing the wave of probability. This is mind-boggling. This is mind-boggling because science is saying this, right? This is science here, guys. This is quantum physics. Although I know, you know, there's a, you know, and guys, if you're a scientist out there, forgive me. I'm just giving you my elementary view of this, so we can tie science and spirituality together, so we can see the effect, so we can put a basis to and something behind this whole idea that we create our own reality. What does this mean? If this means that at a subatomic level, the electrons, the light, the energy that makes up who we are, that makes up these atoms, guys, we're all light, we're all this energy, we're this information. This is what we're made of. We're made of energy, information, light, right? We're all light. That if these electrons, this light, are waves of probability until someone observes them, until there's mindful attention put on them, then they become a particle. This is huge. We're collapsing, what they call collapsing the wave function, that we are then all things potentially, right? If we go back and we say that we are atoms, and these atoms are made up mostly of energy, 99.9999%, and that all matter is energy, and that this energy, these electrons, this light, are either waves or particles. They're either waves or material stuff until thoughts, feelings, and attention are put on them. And we can collapse this wave into potentials. This means we are all things potentially. right? If we can harness if we can use this, if we can start focusing our thoughts, feelings, and attention, we can create our new self. We can create the future self, right? This is huge. This is quantum physics. So it's not just, it's not just something out there, guys. It's inside of us, right? The whole idea of the material reality, we keep thinking we're separate from the consciousness. But this consciousness, and we're going to talk more about this in our next lessons, to talk more about where does it go when it disappears, when the particles appear and reappear. This is what quantum physicists are saying, that the behavior of these electrons, they appear and then disappear. And that it's only when we observe them that they go from a wave to a particle. This is huge. This is the whole idea of creating our own reality, right? It's not just spirituality, it's science, but there's a connection there, right? And this is the whole idea of the quantum field, right? The quantum field is sort of the scientific explanation of this consciousness, this spirituality, this God energy that we talk about, right? And we're going to talk about that in future lessons away. This is huge. So if we can collapse the wave, if we can, using our thoughts, feelings, and attention, be all things potentially, wow, we need to pay attention to our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, right? We mostly walk around unconscious. We are connected, guys. We're all energy. Everything is energy at its core level. And through our thoughts, feelings, through this conscious, and this means consciousness is energy, right? This whole idea, if this energy has a consciousness, it has an intelligence. This is where they talk about the intelligent mind, the field of infinite possibilities. If this energy has an intelligence, we can affect it because we are connected with, our consciousness is connected, right? It's all one. Wow. This is powerful stuff. We'll talk more about this. This is our first episode of Going Quantum, where everything is energy. We'll have other episodes where we get a little bit further into it, guys. But for now, this is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the highest version of yourself. Guys, don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Hit the subscribe button. That's a little thing of me, a caricature of me with a headset. And hit the like button. That's how we get our message out. Guys, until next time, this is Tom Kieran.